gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big.
Welcome to Breachers VRML. We are in Season 3, Week 1, and my name is Philibus. It is good to be back. Joining me today is King Smirko, aka Pillow. We got an exciting match for you tonight. It's going to be Knights of Jerky versus Formula 3. Pillow, you got a little insight on this new Formula 3 roster, don't you? What's going on with the Formula 3 squad right now?
Yeah, so the Formula 3 squad, they kind of rebranded names to Wrecked, and they passed ownership on to another captain for Formula 3. So they have a new roster, and honestly, I'm kind of excited to see what this new roster can do against Knights of Jerky. And also, Knights of Jerky has been a team since Season 0, so, I can't wait to see what happens here, Filibust.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting match. A lot of hype. A lot of people are going to recognize that F3 tag from the VRML Con Grand Finals, where they went up head-to-head against Acer, brought it to a Game 5. That was an epic match for those of you who got to tune into VRML Con. Some really hype stuff. Really hoping I get to make it out to the next one. But like Pillow was saying, this new Formula 3 roster is actually pretty much an entirely new team, so you're not going to see any of the same names. It seems like pretty much a fully new roster, I think, if my eyes don't deceive me. But still, couple of names that you probably recognize. I've definitely seen Toast, Saucy Pants. So we'll see what this new squad can do with this F3 ownership. And like Bill said, Knights of Jerky's been around for a while, so it's gonna be an interesting debut for the new F3 roster, for sure. We are just waiting for. Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see what Formula 3 as a new roster can do. However, you do see that some of these players are still good, but they just formed a team, and the most important thing about forming a new team is having the chemistry with each other and being able to use it to your advantage. You get what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, you get 5 players that are really talented into the server, and sometimes the magic just isn't there. So we'll have to see how things come together. I don't have the info on the bans, but if I'm looking, we're still waiting on everybody to pop in the server, but if my info is correct, I believe the first map we're going to go to is going to be Arctic. So pretty stoked to see that. Arctic, one of my favorite maps. I don't know how you feel about the map pool, but we got a couple of new additions this season. We got a brand new map, Dam, and also Ship, the rework on Ship. That's pretty much an entirely new map, effectively, as far as comp is concerned. I don't know how you feel about the map pools right now.
I feel like they're pretty decent in my opinion. Speaking of the new Ship rework, that's definitely going to take some time to get used to. A lot of teams were so used to playing the old Ship map, they were good at it, and then now that the rework came out, you got to kind of relearn everything and fix some angles to see what you like best and stuff like that. And for Dam, I like Dam myself. It may not be my most favorite map, but I mean, I'll definitely play it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So I'm interested. I finally got a chance to jump in and play, and I actually personally think Dam right now is the best map in the pool. But all of the maps are so good, there's not really a big gap. And the new Ship I like a lot better. I actually think I like it a lot. I still actually think it's probably the bottom of them. All the maps are so good. I think the new Ship is actually the worst of the best, I guess you could say. And then I don't know exactly my tier list from there, but I think right now Dam has a lot of potential. It's so big. There's so much different routes people can take. There's so much opportunity for outplaying. I feel like the skill ceiling, especially for team play on Dam, is going to be way up there. And I think if I'm correct here, we think we might have all 10 players on the server, and they're just about ready to get going. I'm gonna go ahead and give them the thumbs up, and we're gonna jump into the first map, which is going to be Arctic. All right, here we are on Arctic for the first week of the first season of VRML Season 3. Pretty hype matchup here. It is so good to be back in the caster booth for this one. And Pillow, I think, pretty new coming into VRML this season, right? So this is going to be your first cast as well.
Yeah, this is going to be my first cast. I mean, I had a bit of practice beforehand, so I kind of got the basics of it, but, I'm definitely excited for this. welcome also the people that are in the stream to this. I'm gonna enjoy this a lot.
Yeah, shout outs to
So-
everybody popping up in the chat. It is good to have you. Pretty much both of our debut casts here for season 3. So we hope to bring you an intense, awesome matchup here between Knights of Jerky. I gotta swap teams at the top here. There we go. We got Formula 3 is gonna be starting on the defense here on Arctic as we get hyped up into this first round. And it looks like Team Knights of Jerky is stacked up outside this door over by the A bomb site. We're not gonna go directly into A, but we got a drone coming out from Monch here. I got my set up. I'm gonna follow the drone in. See if they want to play this fast or if they want to take their time. Get off to a nice pace start. I'm just coming through on the drone. Just gonna work through here and clear the red room. Not gonna see anybody over here, but we do a pretty compact defensive setup here, where pretty much all 5 players just staying safe on this F3 roster and staying on site. Nice nade there.
And it looks like a nade. Oh,
Beautiful, beautiful first nade.
Another one. Not really able to find much of anything. A nade from Nico. Ooh, able to tag out Michi, but it's not really able to find a kill. Sorry for taking your spot. That was just incredible.
That was a really hype moment. A lot of opening damage here done onto Knights of Jerky by this brand new Formula F3 squad. The wall is going to get opened up. Bullets flying back and forth. It is a play here for the A bomb site. All 3 players remaining of Knights of Jerky are stacked up right outside this wall, but they're outmanned 3-4 and missing a few HP from that great second follow-up nade you were talking about. So let's see if they can find an opening. Slammed by Soma. He's gonna shut down Monch. Nico finds a pick on the toast, but it's just Dark Raven here stuck in a 1 versus 3. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that swing from Reeves right when the Dark Raven looked away. I mean, you know, it's just timing, to be honest. So,
Yep.
you know, you always gotta watch. You always want to keep your gun up and stuff like that, and just don't look away.
Exactly.
But that was a good round for Formula 3, in my opinion. You know. Also, I forgot to mention to you that Formula 3, this new squad, has been together for a little bit, so I'm pretty sure they have the chemistry, and I forgot to tell you that earlier.
No, yeah, it seemed like they were off to a really great start. They stacked the nades perfectly right on top of each other. They've got the buy all figured out. Look at all this extra time they have just kicking it around in the spawn. They already know Reaps bought up into that Vezin. They got a couple of nades in hand. So the chemistry seems to be there, and a really good start for them here in this first debut match here in Season 3. Up 1-0, and, you know, on the defensive side, you get that first round, you get that economic advantage. You can really take it far and snowball it into 2, sometimes even 3 or 4 rounds and get off to a really good start. So let's see if they can keep the pressure up here.
Yeah, let's see what happens. It looks like that Knights of Jerky is gonna be blowing wall into blue room. That's what I call it. I don't really know the name. The drone is gonna not really find anybody. Looks like they're gonna go clear out the red room. They're also not gonna find much of anybody. And if you look at the Formula 3 squad, we got 2 people sitting in the little cubby area for pipes, and we got 1 sitting back with that spectral. So, you know, I'm curious to see how these positions play out. A couple of shots, they're not really able to find much of anything. We got a nade tossed. Not able to find much of anything.
Did not quite make it around the corner where Nico was just tucked in there. If it had made an extra 2 or 3 feet on that roll. Yeah, Reaps with that Vezin was able to take out that drone early, and they're posturing fairly aggressively here. Reaps and Toast can peek around the outside. Numbskull just comes in. Yep, Reaps is gonna get that secondary follow-up hit onto Numbskull. And Knights of Jerky taking the bunch of damage from the nade as well. Already find themselves down. Oh, a little team kill coming out from Toast. Unfortunate there, but we've got... Oh, there we go. Resmi Chris already finds himself in a 1v4, so really solid follow around here from F3, and they are going to wrap it up very nicely. So far, that chemistry you're talking about seems to be in place. They had a great idea. They were postured fairly aggressively over towards that cubby and on the back of pipes. You know, and all of the pressure from Knights of Jerky was coming in through that blue room, like you were saying, and they didn't have the pressure from behind. They had all the map control to work with, and they were able to, you know, as soon as Knights worked their way into that cubby, you had Reaps coming around the corner with the Vezin taking the secondary angle, and just everybody was looking in the cubby where the first pick was. I don't know. We got to see. We'll see if Knights of Jerky can find a little bit of more attacking angles now that they got some Vezins on the board. They got a little better economy saved up, but 5 Vezins already out for F3 here. It's going to be, they're already kind of falling behind.
Yeah, if you take a look at the eco for Knights of Jerky's side, I'm not sure if that's bad eco. Also, Jonathan, that's a bot. So one of the Knights of Jerky members did leave.
Ooh,
if you look at the ecos from these two teams, and you can obviously see that F3's eco is a lot better than Knights of Jerky. But no hate on Knights of Jerky. This Formula 3 team has been together for a couple months, so it's definitely something.
Oh yeah, like I said, I've been liking what I'm seeing from this new F3 squad so far. Really looking to make a name for themselves. They did take over that F3 roster, so I feel like the name is already kind of established here for this team. They kind of get a little kickstart there off of the back of that VRML con showing.
Yeah, and you also see that they blew the wall, little nade toss from Dark Raven is not really able to find much of anything. Smart Schoolgirl gets tagged up. Michi able to find Dark Raven. That was a really good headshot from Michi. Just able to find Dark Raven right like that. And Resmi Chris able to take leaps out. Those are that one Vezin is down now. Resmi Chris is going to be pushing. I'm sure he doesn't know he's in the corner. He does. Numbskull able to find Michi. Resmi Chris, a nade! Oh, that would have been such a good nade. But wow, you can see that.
Yeah, find themselves in a good spot here. They're 3v1, and they are going to close out the first gun round despite, and it looks like they got their bot Jonathan out of here, reconnected, and Knights of Jerky put their first round on the board just like that. First gun round, they were able to spread out. It was a pretty quick play. They blew the wall really fast, put some quick nades down. They caught, I believe it was Toast, stuck in that corner, kind of trying to blind fire his way out and get a couple of kills. Really solid stuff. So Knights of Jerky fighting back 2-1, and that is going to put a dent in the economy. I mean, you see F3 still going to be able to get a full buy going into this round.
Ooh,
but
yeah.
They if they don't win this round, they're going to be pretty broke for the next one. And and now we got still 3 Vezins on the board here for Knights of Jerky. So let's see if they can keep the pressure up here, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah. Again, so I don't really know what to talk about, but you see that Knights of Jerky, they're an old team, so their chemistry together is... I'm not sure how their chemistry is all together, considering they've been a team since Season 0. I'm positive that they had a roster change at some point, so, they could have been together for a little bit of time. I mean, they're still good, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, after a round like that, that was a nice little quick play. We're going to see a little double drone strat coming out from the Knights of Jerky squad, and it looks like they are, at least for the moment, leaning over towards this A side. And again, so here's a little difference about the F3 squad. We do have Michi roaming on the bottom floor. Reeb's going to find that initial pick onto Resmi Chris through the doorway. A nice little peek angle there. Straight from the A bomb site, and now you see the spam hole coming through that breachable wall. Dark Raven with the EMP has made his way in onto the staircase. But this is going to be a tough choke to push through. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got Nico, who's already made his way through the kitchen. He's got foam on the bathroom wall here, and they are going to be pushing into this A bomb site, it looks like. Both walls foamed up. They're probably going to blow at the same time, if I had to guess. First wall gets thrown. Nico tries to push in, but gets taken out by Smart Child. Monch finds himself a nice pick onto Reese, keeping things square. But the flank from Michi coming up the stairs is actually going to shut down this push, and then Numbskull with no HP in a 1 versus 3 quickly going to get shut down. And F3 right back in the driver's seat here, up 3-1.
Yeah, that was a good flank for Michi. Just able to shut them down and able to pretty much shut down that entire push right there.
Yeah.
And also look at the comments section. Smirka, you wanted to join KOJ. They're not a bad team. I wanted to join a team that is less high in ranks. Just to chill down a bit. But I saw that I got an offer from Denny Vidi Vici, so I kind of wanted to take it. But
yeah, absolutely good to get some warm up. It's tough to jump right in with a team and already be playing against the top guys in the league. Yeah. Nice to be able to work your way up from like gold, diamond before you have to start fighting these master teams. I feel you there, but yeah, that push was really getting rolling. It wasn't that for that flank from Michi. They were starting to find a little bit of pressure and forward momentum. So props to him for shutting that push down. Absolutely beautiful stuff I'm seeing from both sides. So I think Knights of Jerky has the potential. If they can put at least one more round on the board here and attack, they've definitely got a good chance to keep this one competitive. Moving on to the defensive side as we come here into round number 5, we've got the drone working its way over to the staircase. They're going to be a little bit more cautious about that lurk this time around. And where is that lurk? Looks like, is that Reaps?
The lurk is upstairs.
Yeah, he's upstairs. Going to slowly be working his way around. We'll see if he manages to catch Knights of Jerky off guard or if they are ready for it this time. It's a similar play. This is where they won a couple of rounds ago. We got a defensive nade coming out from Michi, but he immediately gets taken down. But that nade does find the mark onto Chris. Nice little pressure there from Nico, keeping things even. Smart schoolgirl does go down right through that hole in the wall, and now the fight is on for B, but Reaps is making his way through from behind. Meanwhile, Toast coming through the hallway finds the kill onto Nico. They do find their way onto the site.
Yeah, that flank is going to be devastating for this KOJ team. And it does look like Reaps is going to be swinging. And is able to kill one. Slammed by Simona, able to find Dark Raven with that RCP. You know, Knights of Jerky won that round from that specific push, but it's just that Formula 3 was able to read it this time and kind of understood what Knights of Jerky did, kind of on that floor. And I guess they just assumed that they weren't going to do a different push, so they kind of read it really well.
Yeah, you know, it worked last time, but you're right. I think F3 had the read on it this time, and we're very much well set up for it. They did manage to find a couple of nice picks there by playing it, I think, a little bit more aggressive on that main hallway side, but the double flank, I mean, they were just stuck between a rock and a hard place at the end there. One thing, I think if Knights of Jerky watch this match back and take a look and are looking for some criticism, I think what they'll find is they need to start kind of playing a little bit more spread pressure. They're all kind of bunched up right there, trying to push it through that one hole in the wall. If they hold a little bit more map control, get a little bit more spread, and kind of be able to attack from a few different angles, it's going to kind of open up the kind of pressure they're going to be able to apply as a team. And rather than having the other team pinching onto them, they'll be the ones kind of pinching in and catching those extra angles from the back. But it's not over yet. There's one more round. If they can put 2 on the board, we know how strong defense can be on all of these maps. So definitely don't want to count them out of it just yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you're good at defense, you always do want to try to get at least a couple good rounds on offense, and then you're pretty much good to go. I mean, even if it's a tie, you're still good to go. If you look at Slam by Simona, he's holding a little angle on that turtle walk, and it looks like Simona is going to find Launch. Resmi Chris swinging to get that refrag. Michi swinging. Nico able to find Michi. Reaps!
Oh, man.
What happened?
That was just a bloodbath. They all tried to force it in right through that same hallway. Again, all pressure from one side, and just the timing pressure. They thought they had the hallway kind of cleared out, and then all of a sudden, in comes F3. There was a lot of counter aggression. I mean, you saw, who was that? It was Resmi Chris, I think, just crouching right down into the hole, knowing that there were 2 or 3 attackers on the other side, and he's just absolutely fearless, just chomped it right in there. And I mean, I think he did go down, but teammates managing to get their trades. I mean, there was just bullets flying back and forth on both sides, and F3 coming out on top, off to a really strong start here, up 5-1 in the first half. And that's going to put a lot of pressure, especially here for this pistol round, on this Knights of Jerky squad. If they want to keep this map alive, they really got to keep, I mean, really, if they want to win it without going overtime, they're going to have to win the pistol and win every single round after that. They have to get a complete 6-0 sweep. But they've got 1 round of slack, you know. You drop 1, you still got that chance in overtime here, right?
Yeah, you do. If you're able to find the 5-1 curse, you'll be good. You know what they say, the 5-1 curse, you know, you lose 5 rounds, you get 1 on the board though. You know, you could always bring it back, possible chance. A little bit of drone work does get taken out by Resmi Chris. Chris with that nade. Chucks it a little too far. Not able to find anybody. 1 Toast on that window. He's able to tag Chris, but 12 HP on Toast. So, you know, I'm interested to see. And it does look like Michi is just going to be swinging hard into this hallway. They do have control of Jim, and they will be getting that kill on the wall. A little bit of wall things, you know, not really able to find anything. A deep nade, deep in the sight. Toast already finding the EMP. Dark Raven finding Toast, and Simona able to find Nico, and it looks like Chris is on that little bit of a flank, and Chris is able to find Simona. Numbskull swinging, able to find Michi. It is now
He's sticking.
Munch.
Smart Schoolgirl is too far away. He's going to get the defuse, even if Schoolgirl gets all these kills right here. Yeah. So that nade comes out. Wow. They managed to get the EMP down just before the nade, but it turns out to kind of bite them as Knights of Jerky quickly fight back. If I caught that replay a little bit late there, but they kind of fight back and get control of the yeah, way too late on that. They get control of the bomb site so quickly, and Chris was just pushed so far back off the site that the defuse came in before even all 5 members of F3 went down. But Knights of Jerky, that's what they needed. They needed to take the pistol, and they took it clean. 3 people still alive. That's got to put a little spring in their step here to make this comeback feel a little more possible.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good defensive round from Knights of Jerky. You know, they were all a little bit coordinated on swinging all together and just able to find those picks and stuff like that. So I mean, it was a really smart play from Knights of Jerky, and they were just able to shut down the Formula 3 squad. So
yeah, but
you always got to watch out for that.
Yeah, and I think there's solid I mean, if you guys are a little bit newer, I mean, this is what you can see from high-level play. Even though F3 didn't win that round, you can see they had a solid idea. They got control down through the hatch side. They managed to blow the gym wall. They got the EMP planted clean. They got into a post-plant setup, but Knights of Jerky on the retake, Knights of Jerky on the retake, they wasted no time. They immediately got back in there, and just impressive stuff on both sides, and they were able to come out on top of that one. Which is good. I mean, when you're down 5-1, you really got a lot of slack. So they got to kind of make it happen. Tying up into a Vezin on Numbskull, and Nico also picking up an Omen to give themselves to try to kind of exploit that economic advantage that they have. You really can't risk not buying a little bit into this round. You gotta guarantee that. You would hate to win the pistol and then immediately just happen to lose the second round. We got Reaps is invisible here. Let me see if I can fix that.
Yeah, also, if you look at the back end, it does look like they're going to be doing a straight push, because we got Simona and Michi both waiting at the door right now for their team to push in. They look like they're about to get ready to push in, and they do break it. Dark Raven able to find Simona. There was 2 Michi finding the refrag on the Dark Raven. It is now a 4v4 situation right now, though Formula 3 is kind of down in health. And if you look at on the Knights of Jerky side, they're 100 HP, and they got a Vezin and an Omen on their side. And Smart Schoolgirl does get tagged up a lot from the back end from Chris on that flank. You know, I didn't even realize that Vezin was on that flank. Numbskull able to find Toast. And looks like Schoolgirl is going to be swinging. Ooh. Schoolgirl swings, gets taken out from Chris, and now Chris has Omen on the back end. And looks like Reaps are going to be swinging. Michi is able to find Monch, and Numbskull able to find, Numbskull gets taken out by Reaps.
That's a huge pick. Reaps picking up that Vezin as well, so now they have the Vezin going in the round, but not a lot of HP on both Reaps and Michi. They are going to try and get this EMP planted. Oh, and Reaps gets the headshot onto Nico, and he finds the double onto Chris, and F3 managed to bring that round out of, I don't even know, it seemed like the whole hope was lost. They had like, they had 19 HP between the both of them. Michi literally on 1 health around the corner, and Reaps just finds the double kill with 1 tap to his name. Absolutely bonkers, massive round by F3. And dude, like I'm saying, this is, like you were talking about, they pressured that A-bomb site from both sides, and they got that pinch in. And although it seemed like Knights of Jerky was able to shut that down and kind of stabilize, just that split pressure unsettles the defense to the point where they can't really get that solid grip. And it's got to be heartbreaking for Knights of Jerky. I know they felt like they probably had that one in the bag, and F3 managing to pull it from the depths of nowhere, out of nowhere. That was a beautiful round to watch.
Yeah, like as you said, the Knights of Jerky had the advantage right there, but I guess it was just coming down to who has better gun skill. You get what I mean? Yep. Reaps was able to find the 2K right there, so you know it was definitely a hassle. It was a hassle.
Yeah, that was definitely at least a 3-piece for him on the round. Him and Michi, it was a 2v4 situation that they managed to make happen, and they got the 2 on site, managed to get site control with the EMP down, and then yeah, the music, amazing by Reaps. So we are going to see the blue wall once again get blown up. That drone immediately getting taken out by Chris. The second drone is already working its way through, trying to get a little bit of information as they immediately get a couple of the blue room. That nade is I don't think where trying to get it to go, and big spams coming through that wall. Not a lot of damage getting created on either side, but this looks like where the battle is going to go down once again, trying to take over that thing.
Yeah, and you look on the pipe side, Monch is sitting back far, and the little link key from Toast is not really able to find much of anything. I don't really see any roam, so it looks like F3 does have this blue room in control. So it's see how they use it to their advantage. Michi gets tagged up a bit from Monch. Monch going again for the little bit of a peek, and he gets tagged up himself. A little bit of a nade from Monch. Go deep. Oh.
I need a little bit of chip damage on Michi there, but definitely, definitely F3 got away from that one just barely. Almost made it around the corner, and this slowing things down. It looks like they are going to spread, and I like this from F3 because as you see, this position that Monchi keeps peeking from the back pipes is very vulnerable to a pressure in from this front door, which it is, where they're going to completely rotate around and push the main push through this front door. Michi's got to fall right back onto the site. Monchi, excuse me. Meanwhile, you've still got Reef lurking around the other side. Monchi just going to charge right in, gets taken down by the Vezin, and he gets the information of where the defenders are at. Let's see if the team is going to follow up. Toast finds his way in, finds the threshold. Trades in that direction. And Omen tries to pick up the Vezin, but gets taken down. Little bit of a looter-shooter situation. Dark Raven comes on the corner, finds one, is spraying for the other, but Michi trades out. It's a 1 versus 1 situation. Michi seems to know where Chris is around the corner. He's got that cloak. EMP is down on the bomb site. Chris is going to go for the flank around the back side. Epic 1v1 situation. Michi's reading this. He's coming around the corner, and Chris comes out on top with the headshot. Knights of Jerky find their third one and stay alive in the map here on Arctic. We're up down 6-3.
I did not mean to scream in your ear like that, but oh my god, Toast, just pushed in there, and he wanted to take those gunfights, and he won 2 of those gunfights. He just gets to get refragged though, so I like doing that too. You just kind of push in unexpectedly, and you're just able to find picks, and you want to take a gunfight. That's a really good thing to do, and also the little bit of a 3-man rotation from F3. It did look like Monch knew they were doing that. I'm pretty sure he heard them, but I guess he was second thinking himself because he kind of ran back to the pipes. He was able to return back to site, so a really good round from Knights of Jerky. And the way that F3 played right there was also really good. I don't really think lots of teams would think of rotating and stuff like that, so
yeah, that was huge. I mean, at first when I saw a couple wrapping around, I thought they were putting split pressure in like I said, you push in through that front door, you really take away that pipes position as we come into the 10th round here. I thought they were going to do some split pressure, but like you said, they did a full rotate. Decided to switch things up, and it put a lot of pressure, but a nice recovery by Kings of Jerky falling back into the site. It was a scrappy one, but they came out on top, and that's all that really matters at this point. A little bit of a broken economy, but much worse on the F3 side. Chris finding the open counting to see where that was on the map. Chris was lurking on the stairs. I guess somebody tried to breach in from downstairs, and Chris is going to rotate around, keep that lurk going as the rest of these F3 members find their way inside the building on this top floor.
Yeah, Resume Chris just got that pick, and it looks like he's running over to the other stairs. And looks like he's a little afraid of somebody being over there where he is. But anyway, it looks like the gym room is taking control from F3. So F3 is at a disadvantage right now with that 1 player missing and stuff like that. So let's see how they do this. See how they play this, and see if they can play this off really well. More wall bangs, smart Google.
I like what I'm seeing from KOJ. Chris, he finds that pick, rotates back in, and meets up with his team, and they're all kind of stacked on the site here, ready to fight. They seem to have the read on where the push is coming through, and they're just going to play the numbers advantage. He doesn't play risky. He doesn't risk getting hunted down. You see a lot of teams invest a lot into hunting down that lurker and trying to even up the numbers here. But yeah, only an RCP and an Omen in the hands of F3. This is going to be a very uphill battle, and that's before Chris finds that opening pick and gives them. They are going to blow the gym wall here, but yeah, look at this. 3, possibly 4 members of Knights of Jerky ready to fight for this B bomb site. Nice nades going back and forth.
In. Yeah, deep nade tagging up Raven. If you look at Numbskull, he's on top of the couches right now. That might be devastating. He can find a head. Numbskull is able to find 2 with that Taurus. Is he able to find 3? Is Maniko getting a team kill on the Monch? Oh, look at Risby Chris on the back end, able to find 1 Toast. Numbskull's going to be sneaking. He's able to find a 3K with the Taurus.
Beautiful shot there from Numbskull. Knights of Jerky, as expected, they managed to take that 5v4 advantage and have a nice, clean 4 members still left alive. Not a lot of Vezes though. It was a pretty. I think there's 1 more Vezin that they might be able to pick up somewhere if they can find it. But either way, 4 of them still left alive. The money kind of building. F3 immediately buy up into 5 Vezins this round. They are They're ready to fight back. They got 2 more chances to seal the deal. And if they can't do it, we're going into overtime, baby. We're going to see best of 1, right? Sudden death overtime now? This wasn't a thing last time I casted.
I think it's still a tie 6-6, so I'm not sure if we're going to have an overtime. Or are you talking about 5-6?
There's no overtime. I thought they added overtime to the game. Is it not in custom lobbies? It's only in pubs?
It's only in ranked. They don't have overtime.
Only in ranked. Interesting. We do still have ties. Okay. That's good. We're getting back in the swing of things, chat. Don't worry about it. We're figuring things out. Either way, Knights of Jerky. So yeah, just 2 more chances to seal the deal. Otherwise, it's a tie ball game. We're going into a map 2, tied up 0-0 still.
Yeah. I was on my phone. I apologize. I got texted by somebody. Anyway, 2 drones coming in from the F3 squad, and Nico is able to take one of those drones down. I'm not really sure what the play is from F3 right here. It does look like they're going to be taking red hallway. I mean, I call that red hallway. I don't know. Nico. Ooh. Nico finds Reaps with a couple of shots, and Reaps is just at 52 right now. I'm surprised that Reaps didn't see Nico there.
There's a stim also on the field for F3 either.
Yeah, if you look at Smart Schoolgirl, he's sitting up top right there, waiting for the little bit of a roam action, so nobody's on roam, so I guess he has to go right back down. And never mind, I think there is one on roam. Yeah, Resmi Chris is on roam downstairs.
Yeah, the roamer is downstairs instead of upstairs, so he's got the upstairs covered, but that isn't going to be where the pressure from Chris is going to come in this particular round. And we've also got I can't quite see the name, Nico over there in the the hallway over by the red room, kind of ready to pressure. So as soon as they go to take the nade, the timing, Nico decides to peek right as the nade rolls around the corner. So unfortunate. And Dark Raven also gets shut down on his pressure. This wall gets blown up immediately. There's a lot of pressure coming into this A bomb site.
Another indeed one to find Monch. Sorry for taking your spot, but
damn, it is a bloodbath over here.
Oh, look at Resmi Chris on the flank. Resmi Chris on the flank. He's able to find Simona. 1-4 situation right now. Reeves swinging, able to find Chris, and that round or that map 1 is gonna go to the side of Formula 3.
Right. F3 taking the first map here on Arctic, going up in the series 1-0.
That was a pretty good picture.
That was, I mean, it was looking like Knights of Jerky they were really making that comeback happen, and then that last round was absolutely pedal to the metal from F3. They just stomped through. It was a 5 versus 1 situation within like 30 seconds of the first kill coming out, which was Nico coming around the hallway right as that nade. Oh, I should have got a clip of that. That was such unfortunate timing. He decides to peek right as the nade is rolling around the corner. So unfortunate. And F3 were really able to capitalize. They charged through and just obliterated Knights of Jerky, but they put up a good fight. So, I don't think Knights of Jerky is going to be feeling too bad about that first map loss. I think they're going to come in fresh. Let me look at my information and see what it was. Knights of Jerky banning, what did they ban? Let me look here. They banned Skyscraper and Dam. So that was F3's map pick, which means they're going to be going over to Knights of Jerky's map pick next. So let's see if they can put one on the board, tie it up at 1-1, take us to a game 3, or let's see if Formula 3, this new Formula 3 roster, is going to make a statement with their first match and take it in 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, also, if you look at the scoreboards, I'm not sure if you're already looking at it right now, but it looks like Resmi Chris will be going 11-8 over on the Knights of Jerky side. Numbskull going 9-8, Mach 4-9, Dark Raven 98 going 5-9, Isma Nico, or I'm not sure how to say that name, 3-10, and over to the Formula 3 side, we got Reeps going 13-5, Michi 9-7, Smart Schoolgirl 6, 10-7, One Toast 5-6. So bit of a bit fair match the scoreboards right here. So
yeah, a little back and forth. Looks like somebody restarted. We got a couple of disconnects in the server, so we lost one of the players' stats on the scoreboard there. But yeah, the rest of those, I mean, yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. I mean, Knights of Jerky definitely definitely showing that they can hang after going down 5-1. I think that second half performance really kind of makes a statement. It says, listen, we can hang. A little bit off to a rough start, but they showed up. Resmi Chris definitely finding a lot of momentum there. Like you said, 11-8. That's not bad at all. I do have some insider information to give you a heads up. The second map looks like it is going to be Hideout. And if they banned a Dam and Skyscraper, that means that the decider map, if we go there, would be Ship. So we might get to see Ship if Knights of Jerky can pull this one off. And I do believe Knights of Jerky is going to be starting on the defense this side. So defense on Hideout. Hideout, I think, is one of the more balanced maps where you get a lot more, you see a lot more attacker sided halves come out, but I feel like a lot of teams still prefer to start on defense. I don't know if it's Knights of Jerky's map and F3 gets to choose side and they're starting on attack. I guess maybe they choose to start on attack. Maybe they're confident. Got some plays.
Yeah, seeing Knights of Jerky being, I'm not sure, kind of the underdogs in this matchup right now. Knights of Jerky, they were a team for a little while. They did stay over at the gold area, I'm pretty sure. And seeing F3, I have a feeling F3 could be diamond this season, just over the way they put up a match against a team that has been around since season 0. I'm not glazing. So don't say that.
No, yeah, it's so I mean, being that we're in the first week, it seems like all of the ranks and seeding is kind of all scrambled right now, and with all the roster changes that happen, there is kind of like an automated system in place. But right now, everything is going to be kind of wild for the first couple of weeks until we get the few matches in with all these new rosters and roster changes. Things will start to even out, and you'll get to see what ranks people will end up at. The ranks that you see right now, whether a team is like, you'll see some teams that are marked as bronze that are definitely not bronze. It's tough to really say where things are at, but it'll get there. Give it a couple of weeks. Taking a look at some of these highlights. I'm not sure. I think F3 might have called a timeout because they got a couple of disconnects from the server, so we might have a little bit of time to kill, which is a perfect time to talk about the sponsors of tonight's stream. Going back here, let me see here. It's been a while. I missed all of season 2, so let me make sure there aren't any new sponsors. First of all, Triangle Factory. I mean, you got Triangle Factory is always going to be a sponsor. They're huge. They bring us the entire game. Without them, we don't get any of this amazing Breachers VRML action to bring to you at all. Shout out to Triangle Factory. Thank you so much for all the support that they give to us to bring you this entertaining action. And if you are entertained, please feel free to drop a thumbs up in the chat. It really helps us out. HyperX, long-term sponsor for the team. If you're looking for some solid competitive peripherals, some hardware, and you're on a budget, HyperX has got some of the best peripherals in the biz. There's a new sponsor we've got is Xclaim. Xclaim has got a way to buy some custom VR merch. I checked out their website earlier. You can actually set up your own website for your team's merch if you want, and kind of build some custom jerseys, t-shirts, that kind of stuff. And of course, ProTube VR, the best customizable, moddable gun stocks on the market. Really high quality stuff there. And let's just give a shout out to our creators team, to the mods and the content creators that really help to bring all this amazing Breachers action. Our whole production team is just amazing. So, and if you do get in a situation where you do have to get involved with a mod, be sure that you act accordingly, because they're all volunteers and, they're doing their best. So shout outs to the mod team. We are going into our second map, which is going to be Hideout. Jump right in real quick. And jumping right into the action, already into round 1. Pillow, take it away. It is going to be F3 on the attack.
Yeah, F3 on the attack. I'm excited to see what they do on Hideout. Arctic is definitely a completely different map from Hideout, so let's see what Knights of Jerky has to offer on the F3 offense. A bit of wall bangs. Michi does get headshotted through that wall, I believe. I'm pretty sure I saw a spark in the air. Also, if you look at bedroom, you got Resmi Chris sitting there. He might go for a little bit of that flank. He'll be fine if he does, because hatch. But it looks like a little bit of a swing action right now. Resmi Chris is able to find Smart Schoolgirl in Dark Raven able to find Smart Schoolboy. Numbskull able to find Michi. A team kill. Dark Raven killing his teammate Numbskull. It is now down to a 4v2 situation right now. So let's see how Knights of Jerky really plays this off.
AMP is stuck on the wall. Did not finish the plan, and Reaps and Cherum in a 2v4 are making it happen. Make it a 2v2 as Nico goes down in the site and Chris on the flank. Reaps was just ready for that flank. Locked in. Our car humper. Oh, we got a substitution here on the F3 side. I think that's Mango with his tag car humper in the game. But Reaps has shown he's got what it takes to make these 2v4s happen. So let's see if he can pull off another crazy double kill here to close this one out. Minute and 24 left on the clock. That EMP is stuck on the wall. So while it's not actually planted, they are gonna have to. If they're gonna plant it, that's where it's gonna be planted at. Car Humper's gonna find Dark Raven.
Car Humper finding Dark Raven. Monch is gonna be swinging. Car Humper able to take out Monch. Well, Monch is swinging. By the way, sorry for taking that from me.
No, it's all good. Absolutely. A hype first round, and it's going to be F3 pulling off in another 2 versus 4, putting that first round on the board on the attack here. So this was Knights of Jerky's map choice, and once again, they were off to a really great start. They got that 4v2 situation, and F3 just, again, pulling off a really clutch round and stealing one away from Knights of Jerky. That's got to be that's a little tough on the mental. I mean, it's, you know, you have a heartbreak. You almost bring the comeback on Hideout. On Arctic, and then you come here on Hideout and get the first round stolen away from you. Let's see if that has any effect on the mental of Team Knights of Jerky here.
Yeah, you know, for games like this, your mental always needs to be good and secure and stuff. So, you know, having a bad mental is always not the best thing. You always want a nice calm mental, because, like, hey, people that have bad mental could be good at the game, you know? Like, you never know. I mean, we're different people, but I feel like personally that having a good mental can definitely put up what your performance says. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and that's one of the most crucial parts of the in-game leader role of a team is, you know, and just team comms in general. You know, you got to have the energy in the right direction. You can't let people kind of snowball when things aren't going well. When the going gets tough, that's when the tough need to keep the energy levels up, because the gym wall is getting blown. When a nice nade comes in, but nobody is home behind the counter. It looks like a lot of pressure coming in. Nice counter nade comes through, finds a little bit of damage onto Reaps. Second drone coming through here. First headshot onto Monch. Reaps with that Vezin. Second round Vezin coming in big so far. That might open up this site, and this what's this laundry wall is about to get blown. A lot of pressure here on the B-bomb site. Let's see what Knights of Jerky have.
Oh, Dark Raven gets off of Michi. Smart School with a nade, able to find 2. Really good nade. Reaps able to find Numbskull, and now Nico's in there. 1v. Nico's able to find 1 though. Oh, and then no. Smart Schoolgirl kills himself.
Self-nade there at the end of the round. Oh my goodness. No, 1 versus 5 situation though. I mean, impressive he's even able to find 1 there with the speed that
actually 2.
3 was pushing through. Well, including the nade. Well, guess we'll count that. We'll definitely count that. Hype start to start things off. Formula 3 really hitting the ground running here on Hideout. You can see by the scoreboard, Reaps, a second round Vezin coming in clutch. Really, they cracked open that B-bomb site so fast. But round 3, this is where Knights of Jerky have enough money to buy a few guns. They got a couple of Omens, they got a couple of Vezins. They got all kinds of utility. You see the static at field emitter going down. There's a proxy sensor on the other side of this storage door. So let's see. I mean, this was the round that they won on the first half of the previous map. It was the third round, it was the first gun round, and they managed to come out swinging. So let's see if they can catch F3 off guard. But F3's economy, look at this. They've got all the util and 5 Vezins already stacked up. They have just been killing it as far as money. They've been investing in the correct stocks and making the right kills. It's just a brutal economy disadvantage. And it looks like we're going to see a play upstairs for the hatches as this drone and 4 of these F3 members are ready to push in to this garage. Storage hatch getting popped immediately, or foamed up immediately, excuse me. And nice slow-paced, methodical setup here from F3.
And if you look at the Knights of Jerky side, they are all pretty much spread out. We got, I think, 2 people in Waterfall. We got Nico and Resmi Chris both in Waterfall. Little double Waterfall I guess I don't know how to say that. But anywho, it looked like a nade into storage. You know, finding so he's gonna take that drone out. A little bit of a nade coming in from Nico. Not much damage or not really much anything. Ooh, just a little bit of damage. He's at 97. Overall, with that wall bang, is able to take out Dark Raven. Smart Scooter are gonna be king. Nico is able to find 3, and then
oh my goodness.
on the back end is able to find launch.
Just charging on all fronts, pushing through. Smart Schoolgirl coming in through the storage. You had Michi coming down the stairs. Smart Schoolgirl didn't even need the help. And then on the other side of the site, Reaps and Mango, I believe it was, coming in with the final 2 kills. And F3 is really putting the pressure on. They really want to close this out in 2 maps. They are out for blood right now.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the second map, they are killing him with these pushes. And just being able to clutch that 2v4 situation on the first round, that was incredible from F3. You know, that really shows like how good people can be at this video game and stuff. So, yeah.
Yep,
If you do look, yeah, new roster and everything.
Living up to the hype.
Yeah, you got a F3 stacking up on the garage right now, and then you see that Knights of Jerky has 2 people sitting in garage, trying to prevent the offense of F3. Looks like we're going into, is it round 4?
This is round 4. So this is the point of why they buy so light into that 3rd gun round. I see it now is because even though they lost, they're still able to get a pull by that drone. Is going to be pinged out. Monty, the flash comes in. On his way to, we got Dark Raven around the corner here. Monty's going to find the first kill. That's going to be the green smoke for Dark Raven to pop around the corner. He finds the second one. It's a 5v3 situation, and the start of this round has not gone the way that F3 was hoping. Garage control, they went for it right out the gate and immediately shut down. Knights of Jerky with that counter aggression in the garage. So far it's working, and worst of all is that EMP is down in the garage. So let's see if Knights of Jerky want to keep the pressure up. No, they're going to back up into the site, give EMP control back up to F3 if they are brave enough to kind of push back into this garage and try and pick it back up.
Yeah, and as you see Nico sitting at the main door right now, that was a really good retake from Knights of Jerky. Even though I don't think F3 even took control of that, they just kind of tossed them out, saying goodbye. But you got Nico sitting right here on the main door. I'm not sure what this is. A little table? I'm not really sure, but it does look like Smart Schoolgirl is going to be picking up that EMP, though. I mean, they're not aware of Nico sitting on top of that wooden box or wooden table.
Bang.
Numbskull able to find Smart Schoolboy. Nico sitting up there, able to find a bit of damage. He's able to find Smart Schoolgirl. Yeah, 1v5 situation right now. A little bit not really going to tag Nico up. Though Nico is low, so any nade could probably kill Nico.
Yeah, that EMP is once again down. This time, King is out, so Knights of Jerky definitely wearing in a 5 versus 1. Now I do not think Mango is going to make a play for this round. I could be wrong. I mean, you look at the money. The F3 has so much money in the bank. I guess there's really not a huge amount of value they get from saving the gun. But yeah, he might see him try to get a couple of kills here, but 1v5 is so tough. That was beautiful. Like to start that round off, that team play there from Dark Raven and Monch. Monch was pulling all of the fire here on the front side of the van, right where the camera is coming from, and Dark Raven waiting right around that corner and just biding his time and finding the perfect moment to pop Reaps in the side of the head. Giving them that instant advantage, and they were able to capitalize. Nice little play there from, it was Nico, you said, here up on this table by the front door. Finding a little sneak attack from the back with an Omen. Is going to upgrade that Omen to a Vezin. So huge round here from Knights of Jerky. They're going to put their first one on the board, keeping things competitive here at 3-1. And I don't know, F3 have a lot of money in the bank, so they're going to be going right back into a full gun round. Let's see if Knights of Jerky are going to be able to string a couple together, or if F3 is going to be able to bounce right back.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a bad economy, you're kind of at a disadvantage. I'm not sure if Knights of Jerky bought Vezins that round. I'm pretty sure they bought Vezins that round, right?
Yeah, they had 4 Vezins.
Okay, they had 4 Vezins. I was about to say that, you know, whenever you have a bad economy and stuff like that, you know, getting those Vezins are really a huge deal, especially if you're good with them. So having that ego, you know, you buy an Omen, say, you get a kill with that Omen and you're able to find a Vezin, that's really good for you. You know, you're at an advantage at that, and because you take out one of their members, so you guys are kind of stacked up with Vezins and stuff like that. So
yeah, you look at it around. You look at around like the second round of the second half on Arctic, where Reaps and Mochi were in that 2 versus 4, and Reaps able to pick up that Vezin, and they were both on 1 tap health. They both had like less than 20 health between the both of them combined. But Reaps with that Vezin was able to find those 1-hit kill headshots. So it's like that outplay potential with the Vezin is just so amazing. As long as you're within a certain like 15 feet away or something like that, it's a 1-tap straight to the head, and it doesn't matter what health you have, you get that first headshot off. Very powerful weapon here. It's definitely the meta weapon. We don't see a lot. I think Marui is gonna have some potential when we start to see maps like Dam come into it, and even the new ship. There's a lot of long angle. The ship used to be the really close range quarters map, close quarters combat map. Now there's a lot of long angles that you can take. Changing the dynamic.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, there's a lot of long angles you can take, and there are also really good angles now that you can take. And sorry for that voice crack. There is definitely really good angles you can take on the ship. You know, ship is still a really good map in my opinion. I kind of like a little bit of the rework. Definitely give teams more time to play the game, just so they can get used to how the map is, you know. Anywho, it looks like if you take a look, Nico is going to be playing close on door right now. Just gonna wait for the right moment to swing. And I'm pretty positive that Nico's going to be swinging right when that wall blows. So let's see if Nico's going to be able to find a couple of picks right now. Smart Schoolboy at the door blocker right now. Breaks the door, or hits it. Nico doesn't fall for that. A little bit of wall bangs on the where Nico is. Okay, Nico gave up. Nico decided to, hey, I'm not going to fight this. I'm going to back up. Smoke toss. If you look at the bottom, Raven's able to find more track from Reaps while it is blown. 4-4 situation. Nade sight. Oh, Numbskull gets shot down to health, right to 12. Doesn't catch best assist from their teammate though. Let's see what Formula 3 can do with this offense.
Yeah, nade in hand here for Chris. It looks like he's waiting for them to try to put that EMP down. I bet you as soon as he hears that audio, oh, there's a molly nade coming through, but the nade is gonna catch Rips. He just eats it. He tries to pass the nade off to his teammate before he dies, but he goes down right in the pocket. Nico though, managing to trade things out, finding the pick onto Reaps. That's gonna be the EMP down. Schoolboy trying to pick that back up. Fire grenades coming out on both sides, and it is going to be Smart Schoolboy putting the EMP down. 3v3. No Skull comes around the corner, trying to deny that plant. The nade comes through, but it goes around, just barely fucking around the corner, not able to deny the plant.
Oh my God.
Gets dropped down to 6 points of health, and this 3v3 is heating up. No Skull's going to push it through. He finds one with the trade. Schoolboy comes out, swings around the corner, gets shut down by Monch, and now it's a 1 versus 2, but the bomb is planted for Mochi here. Can he hold the line?
Yeah, that was an incredible play from Formula 3. However, Knights of Jerky was just able to shut that down. Michi's able to find a bit of tag onto Nico, but Monch on those stairs, getting a little bit of a better angle, is able to take out Michi. They have time, right?
No,
they have time. Yes.
They got the defuse, and Mochi definitely, or Monch. I'm sorry, it was Monch shooting Michi. Okay, these names are a little confusing here. But a beautiful play from Michi there as Nico was taking the fight through the hole in the wall, distracting the attention, and Monch just pops around the staircase wall. Beautiful stuff. The coordination coming out from both these teams. You know, F3 has the attacking ideas, and Knights of Jerky are really fighting back here. They're managing to find ways to counteract these advanced plays, and the teamwork and the chemistry is really coming together. I think Knights of Jerky is finally loosened up. I think they got off to a little bit of a rough start, and now things are starting to flow, you know? Things are coming together. They're finding the comms are probably picking up. The energy is going to be a lot better on that squad, I imagine. And, you know, the comeback starts with the player. The players have to believe that they can do it first. And right now, I think Knights of Jerky believe that that it's possible to take this to a Game 3.
Yeah, they have a bit of a rough game for map 1, but it does look like they did loosen, and they're kind of getting used to how this Formula 3 squad plays now. 2-3 right now. Now I'm seeing we can probably get a tie, or we can have Formula 3 winning map. And Dark Raven! Oh, Dark Raven as he was foaming the wall. Nico on that window is able to find Smart Schoolboy. Is there 2? There's 2. Smart Schoolboy and Smart Schoolboy. Yeah.
Brilliant start there
Also,
from Nights of Jerky. Finding that instant headshot pick onto, now I don't even know which one it was, one of the smart school kids. And then that window peek, instant pressure from the defenders, no less. This was a quick play, a quick offensive play from the defensive side. That's not something you see every day. And now F3 is left trying to pick up the broken pieces of this round and see if they can make something happen there. You need to find some kind of miracle opening pick here to have a chance to get back in this, but wisely, Nights of Jerky have now backed up and are turtling up in the site and are playing.
Yeah, and just take a look at the window right now. You got Nico still on that window, but Michi might take a bit of gunfights right now if he does decide to go in. I'm pretty sure that Nico knows that Michi is at that window, so that could be could be a fight for sure. Wall is blown. You see Dark Raven kind of crouch walking up to the wall right now, and Car Hump is gonna be crouch walking into the storage and waterfall, whatever you want to call it. There is no proximity, so there is a proximity. I lied. Oh, you can't even see that.
Reap's got hit with a front on the front staircase, and Numbskull finds the wall bang on to Reap's head through the wall. Huge way to play off of that utility there from Numbskull. Fox goes off and he immediately springs the trap and finds the headshot. Reap's gonna be kicking himself for swinging around that corner right as he was pinged out by the audio.
Yeah,
and
if
now
you take a look at Car Humper. Oh, sorry about that.
But no, you're right. Yeah.
Dark Raven was kind of lean peeking that, and Car Humper was about to swing, and I thought some fights were gonna happen right there. Car Humper is gonna crouch walk into storage though.
He sees the knee. He sees Monty around the corner. He's gonna find the kill, but then Chris is right there around the corner to get the trade instantly, and that leaves Michi all alone in a 1 versus 4 situation with only 38 seconds left. You gotta imagine, it's the last round, he's definitely gonna go for it. You gotta imagine Knights are gonna be able to put their third round on the board and tie this up 3-3. It's a 1v3 now, 25 seconds, clock's ticking down. Michi does not have a stim in hand, does not have the EMP. There's still a static blocking him. He's gonna have to find a miraculous PK into a bomb plan in order to make this happen. It's gonna be so tough. Pushing in now. Player hiding around that part. Player's gonna see him. No, it's gonna be Numbskull with the free kill onto the back of Michi. And just like that, Knights of Jerky tied this up 3-3 going into the second half.
Yeah, I was thinking like if KOJ can tie this up, they definitely have the potential to win this map now. They're getting used to the way that this team plays again, and they're just kind of figuring out what the right plays and the right ideas to pick against this F3 team. Switch, I kind of want to see how Knights of Jerky does on the attack on Hideout. As you saw from Arctic, their attack was good, and they kind of just got shut down a bit. So, I'm kind of waiting to see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. Arctic is one of those maps that's still on the newer side. Hideout has been around for quite a bit longer. So, a team like Knights of Jerky that's been around for as long as they have, they've probably got a lot more experience attacking on a map like Hideout. So, yeah, we definitely might see a little bit more confidence in their attacking plays, a little bit more of, like I said, that spread out map control kind of situations rather than just like picking a spot and sending it all in. Immediately blowing the match. You've got, we're seeing a 5-man.
Oh, look at the beam touch up!
Oh, the static placement is huge. I still got the scoreboard up here. Crossfire coming through strong. F3 finding the mid-advantage, finding Launch just alone in the 1v3. Schoolgirl comes around the corner and with literally 1 point of health manages to shut down that 5-man half-shot attack from Knights of Jerky. I like the idea, but unfortunately for them, there was a static placed right in that doorway and they could not pile into the site quick enough. They had to try to back out, go around to that bedroom, blow the wall, and then find a way in. And by the time they did all that, F3 kind of knew what was going on and were able to adapt. So, kind of right idea, but unfortunately, just F3 was ready for it. You don't see a lot of teams that have that perfect static placement on that pistol round. A lot of teams are buying up pistol upgrades. That was just perfect util placement from F3. You got to give it up.
Yeah, really good util placement. you know, again, you always got to think of that Yuto, because that Yuto could be really useful for you. You know, they did a hot drop on the hatch, and they got caught out by that the static field emitter. So
Yeah.
definitely Yuto something that you always want to buy, especially on the defense half, for kind of, you know, blocking out the way they push, or delaying the push. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you're
shout
able
outs-
to
Yeah, shout out to
You go.
Triangle Factor for the way the utils just change the map. I mean, even the offensive util, you got Breaching Foam that literally changes the layout of the map mid-round. Those cloaks are very possible. The drones are very useful for finding out what the defensive
Oh,
setup
look
is.
at Nico though.
Where is Nico?
If you take a look at Nico, Nico's repelled right now on a little bit of a slit angle on the wall.
Ooh,
That could
yeah.
be really good. However, Nico does have that Jesper, so I'm not really sure.
Spots the shoulder. Not quite able to find any
Yeah.
damage with the Banana Jesper here, unfortunately. Is going to eventually drop out of that position. A little bit of some creative attacking ideas from Knights of Jerky here.
Yeah, really creative. Creative ideas could really work well, and stuff. So let's see how this Formula 3 squad right now. We got 2 in storage right now waiting, and Nico, it does look like Nico is going to be crouch walking in, and I'm sure Nico knows that Michi is in that corner tucked right now. So see what Nico does with it, and I'm sure Nico does see him. Resident Car Humper with that Resident back, and he's able to find Nico. Hatch drop, Numbskull able to find Car Humper finding 2 though, and Numbskull getting that roof red. Take a look upstairs. So you got Schoolboy 9 and Resident Chris. Schoolboy 9 able to find. Sure, Numbskull able to find 2. It is now down to 1v1 situation. We got Reaps and Numbskull. Both at 100 HP, and Numbskull doesn't have that EMP in his hands because that EMP is upstairs on that hatch because of, I'm not really sure who that player was, but you know, that was a really good play, and so he had to rotate upstairs just to grab that EMP. Looks like he is going to be going over to the A site, and he's going to be trying to get that plant down in A, and I think Reaps is aware of this.
Yeah, Reaps just playing the connector. He seems to know that the fact that the B pressure is completely stopped, that there's a strong chance that he has rotated around this A side, and it is, Numbskull is going to commit here to walking down the A stairs. Really huge situation. I mean, they lost the numbers at first, but Numbskull was able to pick up the Vezin that over in that storage room, and you know, oh, and he finds the headshot with it. It turns out to be the difference maker of the round, and Knights of Jerky tie things up once again, 4-4. Going into round number 9, it is anybody's game. Still back and forth.
Yeah, you know, sitting in a corner like that, you always want to be careful with those 2 angles that the person can pop out of. I mean, if you took a look at him at Reaps, you know, he was kind of switching where he aimed his gun. So, you know, it's definitely a hassle to sit corner like that and kind of try to watch those 2 angles at the same time. But, you know, that was a decent spot, though Numbskull was just able to find the headshot first, and the reaction time is kind of what you need in a game like this in Breachers, because sitting in the corners, holding an angle, you know, all you need whenever you're holding an angle that's really good or stuff like that is just reaction time. You know, reaction time, and you just need to aim in the crosshair placement. So.
Yep, I mean, it's huge. I mean, winning a round like that after losing the pistol and having F3 buy into 2 Vezins for the second round and being able to steal that round away is just, I mean, look at what it did to the economy. I mean, you see F3 trying to make something happen with the dual Vezin buy, but 5 Vezins on the board and a little bit of money in the bank. Unfortunately, we got a disconnect here as we've got a substitution from Arthur, and he is going to immediately go down to the pre-nade there from Card Humper. Very unfortunate situation there for this F3 squad. But still 4 Vezins on the board versus 2 Vezins on the other side. A lot of potential to come back into this round. As the drone is going to sneak through that garage, gets taken out before it manages to spot Reaps on the stairs. Crucial bit of information missed here. And they are going to work into that garage control. Let's see if this one comes. Oh my goodness!
Oh!
A huge nade there from Schoolboy and Numbskull. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication on the Knights of Jerky side. And, I mean, it finds a kill on an enemy, but also on a friend. That's just so unfortunate. And now Nico left in a 1 versus 3 situation. I don't think anybody expected that to go down exactly the way it did. But beautiful nade there from Schoolgirl. You got to give it up to her.
Yeah, that nade from the nade was definitely crucial, you know, taking out 2 members from the Knights of Jerky side, and Numbskull was able to find one with that nade, but takes himself out with it too. You kind of see a nade right now on the floor. It looks like Formula 3 is going to grab that nade and take it to their hands. If you take a look at Nico in the theater room, Nico, ooh, the little bit of timing, Michi and Nico kind of swap areas, and Nico's inside right now, and Nico's able to find Car Humper. 1-2 situation right now. Let's see if Nico will clutch this up. Take a look back though at theater. Michi is on that flank, and okay, he looks like he's rotating through the main door. Nico doesn't have that EMP in hand, or Nico is able to find Smart Schoolboy. It is down to a 1v1. Oh my god, I was not expecting this from Nico.
Absolutely huge right now. He's trying to pop off and put the team on his back. 1 versus 3 situation. And oh, it's going to be Michi who comes out and shuts down the clutch, but a solid attempt there from Nico. You got to give it up to him for the try, managing to make something of that round, despite how terrible things seemed to go at the start for his team, really, to put it bluntly. I mean, it was rough. It was a 1v3 situation is never the situation you want to find yourself in. Almost making something happen there, though. I was pretty hyped. I was pretty hyped, catching some little bit of helmet cam work there. That was some fun buttons to play around with. Man, it's so good to be back watching some competitive breachers. I totally missed this, and glad to have you hopping onto the team, Pillow. We gotta figure out a way to get your name changed there on the. I think you should change it on your profile on the website. That might do it, honestly. That might be it. I don't know.
Yeah, most likely. And I'm glad to be here, man. You know, I've always wanted to be a caster, and you know, just being here is, you know, definitely an honor. You know, I love VRML, man. I love casting. I love the way that they made this league, and thanks to Nightfire and all of the moderators and just pretty much the production team, you know, they were able to make this all happen. So, you know, you always want to go thank them for it. I mean, man, I'm just glad to be here.
Heck yeah, man. Glad to have you. Really awesome job so far with the debut cast. I'm sure chat agrees. We've been absolutely killing it, not to toot our own horn a little bit there, but you've been doing a great job by my standards. And a little bit of a slow play here from Knights of Jerky. They're going to slow things down and really try to get a nice spread out push. So you've got 3 people pushing into the wine cellar side. Then you've got EMP just chilling outside of a window. It looks like it might be a quick A play. The wall is going to get blown. Here, it looks like a bit of a set piece play. They're going to blow both walls onto the A. Kind of bouncing back and forth. Doesn't know which way to look. Kind of open, and she is going to get taken down.
Reaps is in the waterfall area, throwing an in onto Numbskull. He's able to find Numbskull. Michi's able to swing, able to find 2.
That was chaos.
I did not mean to take your place right there, but that was incredible.
I mean, F3 was just like, all right, we've lost A site control completely. Let's take it back right now. Boom, and they all rush back into the site. Put their 6th round on the board. That puts them onto map point here. And once again, they're going to have 2 chances to seal the deal. And, man, that was just a beautiful retake situation. We've seen it from them before, and they show it once again. They are no slouches. I mean, even once you gain control of the web bomb site on them, I mean, they didn't even have time to get the EMP down. It was like 5 versus 4. Like, Knights of Jerky had full site control. EMP goes on the wall, and by the time they finished planting, they're all dead. Literally, they didn't even have to defuse. That was one of the fastest retakes I've seen. I mean, probably might even be the fastest retake of the season so far, considering it's week 1, you know?
Yeah, my bad. I got a bit of a message from somebody, so I wasn't really able to catch on to what you're saying. But
no, it's all good. I'm saying that retake was lightning speed. They were just instantly. They lost the site.
Oh yeah, no, that was a really good take from Knights of Jerky side, though. You also gotta mention that Reaps on the back end through that waterfall chucked the nade and was able to find one with that nade. Michi playing off that nade really well was able to find those 2 kills and stuff like that. So, you know, it was definitely a really clean little flank going and clean push from Knights of Jerky.
And I think because it was such a set piece from Knights of Jerky, the fact that they retook so quickly and Reaps got the back pressure in so fast, it was while their attention was still looking forward because they were still trying to get EMP. As soon as that EMP gets planted, they start turning around and checking the backside. That round goes completely differently. So shout outs to F3 for taking the initiative and really putting the pressure. Just goes to show how net positive that aggressive play can be. Is that once again, we're going to be a fight over here for garage control. Dark Raven just popping some shots around the corners. Blind fire out from Numbskull, and still not almost any damage going back and forth. But through the front door, Resmi Chris with that Marui is going to find the first opening kill, but Schoolboy quickly bounces back and takes Numbskull down.
Yeah, Schoolboy, there is two in garage. Nico is able to find smart Schoolboy, and it looks like this next Jerky team full pushes that garage. So
One-handed kill from Resmi Chris. They had no idea he was in the corner. He's foaming the wall, and with one hand, I gotta clip that one. With one hand, he manages to snap a Marui headshot onto, who was that? I think it was Schoolgirl tucked in the corner. Absolutely one of the most insane plays I've ever seen in this entire game.
Yeah, and dude, look at this. I mean, Knights of Jerky could just full on take this beat site right now because they have nobody sitting on it. Though they got Michi shooting some shots back. Michi able to find a headshot on the launch. What an incredible blind fire! My God, and it does look like that laundry wall is going to be blown from Dark Raven. And now I feel like Knights of Jerky have full control of this. And I don't know if they're just able to find Reeps, able to find Nico able to find Rips.
Yeah, no, that was, I mean, bullets were flying back and forth. It was really tough to tell what the heck was even going on. But now, unfortunately, Michi is up to 1 versus 4, and Knights of Jerky are really looking to stay alive. He finds the first kill, brings it down to a 1 versus 3, but this is so tough. Post-plant situation now, one-man retake. I mean, their retake was strong last round, but with 4 people alive versus having only 1 alive, it's a totally different ballgame. Oh, he does not spot Dark Raven's head, and Raven is going to be able to seal the deal. I want to take a look at this replay from earlier in the round. Look at this. Resmi Chris going for the foam with one hand, finds a one-handed snapshot onto Smart Schoolgirl. Oh my God, that has to be one of the most insane flicks. One hand with the Marui while foaming the wall with the other hand. Have you ever seen that on VRML? Are you not entertained? Whew.
I'm pretty positive everybody's entertained from that. You know, everybody downvoting Knights of Jerky, you've also got to understand that these players have skill in this type of game, even stuff like that, though, So, that was a really good play. I wasn't there to see it, but when I do see it going back into the cast, I'm definitely going to be shocked myself, so.
Yeah, that was intense, and I think with the connoisseur vote that you're talking about, I don't think a lot of people that were voting for F3, I mean, I think they saw the grand finals, realized that was one of the best 2 teams in the league after VRMLCon, and just didn't realize that it was a brand new roster, and assuming that they were going to wipe the floor with pretty much anybody. I mean, it seemed like them and Acer were a step above everybody last season. But this reworked roster is also bringing a lot of heat to the table. So this rebrand so far working out pretty well. Still a very hyped match. Knights of Jerky looking to tie this up and bring us to a map 3 where they will have a chance to be able to tie the series up and possibly win on rounds.
If Formula 3 is able to take this round win, then it's definitely not Formula 3 would take this win. Engage coming in. He's able to find Monch, and Reeves able to find Resmi Chris. Is now down to a. There you go.
That was fast. Really a bit of a quick pop play from Knights of Jerky. But just like that, they shut it down and they managed to seal the series in 2-0 fashion. I mean, again, I like the idea from Knights of Jerky, but Formula 3 were just ready for it, So shout outs to Formula 3. They are going to be taking the series 2-0, and this new F3 roster showing they got what it takes. Victory goes over to F3. Beautiful stuff there as we take a look at the scoreboard and the post-match stats. 7-4 on Arctic and 7-5 on Hideout. I mean, definitely lots of good stuff to take away from. Nothing to be ashamed of from the performance of Knights of Jerky. Formula 3 just barely managed to edge them out. I mean, they were bringing the heat. They had the potential. A lot of those rounds were really close. I mean, F3, it was at least 2, probably 3 or more rounds where they managed to steal the round away from the brink of death. That double kill play from Reeps, who was for some reason not on the score, but it looks like they lost Reeps in that last one. Oh, the bot Jerome is on there. He probably left the server before I managed to steal it. All the stats just got wiped. Come on. That's okay. Let's take a look at some match clips, because there were definitely some bangers there from that series, those 2 maps. I mean, unfortunately, we're not going to get a 3rd map, but I don't know about you, Pillow. That was an intense 2 maps to kick off this season 3, week 1.
Yeah, that was very nice to watch. Coming back to competitive, you gotta really love how it plays out. The teams that you downvote, the teams that you upvote. Just seeing who wins. It's just definitely, well, really good to be back. I apologize for that.
Oh, good. Yeah, I know it happens.
But
It happens.
it's really good to be back. So
There was that replay too.
I love
I
this.
just looked at the clip of that replay of that retake on bottom floor hideout. It was a 4v5 as the MP was getting planted for the entire. That clip is less than 5 seconds long, and it was all 5 members of Knights of Jerky up, and then they all died within 5 seconds. It was just so fast of a retake. That was one of the most insane coordinated retakes. I think definitely probably the most coordinated retake we've seen. Me and you at least is the first match of the season of that entire series. So yeah, I mean, really awesome way to kickstart things off for this new roster, kind of making a name, showing that they got the potential to live up to that F3 hype. All the people that were a little shaken in their boots when they voted up for F3 thinking it was the same roster, definitely a sigh of relief now that they see that this new F3 roster was able to bring the heat and keep that connoisseur result alive.
Yeah, definitely a really good way to start the series on, F3 versus Knights of Jerky. Really, really pretty good matchup. Knights of Jerky definitely put up a fight against this new F3 team that's been together for a couple months now. But, definitely a really good way to start it off. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be casting with Filibust. A little bit of training, kicks in. So thank you guys again for coming in, and I hope you guys have a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a great debut first cast. You did a great job. Shout out to everybody who joined us in the chat. Hope you guys enjoyed that epic matchup between Knights of Jerky and F3 to kickstart things for the season. I'm gonna just go through and make sure I'm gonna go through my little checklist. Did I cover everything? We went over the sponsor. I think we got everything done. Not bad. I mean, it's been a while. I'm a little bit rusty. The camera work needs a little bit of work, but I think that went pretty good, and that was a really awesome time. Thanks. Shout out once again to Pillow for joining me here for the cast tonight, and yeah, plenty more to come. Season 3 is underway. For those of you who are wondering what happened to the old F3 roster, like Pillow said, they've kind of started up a new brand under the team. Is Wrecked. R-E-K-T. You say it, man. I can't speak right now. R-E-K-T.
Yeah, so Formula 3. Yeah, so Formula 3 decided to decide on their own that they wanted to become Wrecked, R-E-K-T. So, well, I'm definitely down to see how they do against Eternity. So, a new brand name versus a new Eternity. I'm definitely down to see how that goes and stuff. So
that's right. Yeah. Eternity, another one of those teams that's kind of got a lot of changes on their roster. That match, I believe, is going to be happening Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Western. We'll see. I think we might be able to cast that one. That may be my second match to cast. I don't know if you'll be free for that, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this one here tonight. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. We'll see what comes later. Those of you guys just kind of tuning in and jumping over from that earlier game. What was it? Orion versus, I remember, with Martini and
Apex.
Yeah, Martini and Bob casting Ryan versus Apex. Really glad to have you guys, our VRML Breachers community. You guys are so great. So glad to be back here in the caster booth. Once again, I've been your host, Filibust. To my left here, or to my right, I guess, is Pillow, aka King Smirko. We're gonna go with Pillow. I think he wants to, I think that's the alias, as you can see by his sick little Spartan picture there. And yeah, that's the map. F3 takes it in 2-0 fashion. We hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, and that is it for us for the night. Signing out.
VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory. Thanks for watching VRML.